Cracky. Joining me this afternoon is a very, very special guest, the very one and only Paul Olson.
Hi.
Welcome, Paul, and I think I got very in 3 times in that last sentence. It's a new record for me. Well, anyway, we're going to be cooking one of your specialties here.
Yeah, this is Melrose Avenue chicken. This is a little unusual because we have chicken breasts, we have peppers and stuff. The unusual thing is the way we cook it. We cook it on the manifold of the car, but we'll get to that in a second. First of all, what we have here is we have 3 chicken breast fillets, boneless, and we have chopped red peppers, green peppers, and yellow peppers.
And lots of peppers there.
And you put an assortment of each of the different color peppers on there.
Okay.
You know, give kind of an aesthetic look to the whole thing.
And they're also very healthy. I know you don't want to hear about that, but they are.
It's more important than that this looks good than is good for you.
Okay.
Anyway, we put a whole
of them.
mess of peppers on the chicken, and put a little.
We need more green here. This isn't aesthetically proper here. More
You're
color.
Right. You're right. The art police.
You're doing it? Okay, Paul, now is this something that you do all the time?
Well, if I'm taking, a little bit of a trip, like today we're going to Gwyn, I like to throw something on the manifold, hot dogs or like some burger wrapped up in foil. So yeah, this is kind of an interesting way to cook things without, you're burning the gas anyway. You might as well get something out of that heat, especially on a nice day like this.
And so this is something that you could take if you're going to like your in-laws' house and it'll be ready by the time you get there?
Yeah, if you're going on a trip or you're going someplace.
Or a picnic, the food will be cooked when you get there.
Yeah.
Okay, now what do we do, Paul?
Well, we got some seasoned salt. We want to throw some of this on there. And we've also got white pepper. And want to throw some of this on there as well.
I suppose that the vegetables will keep it nice and moist.
Yeah, the vegetables plus the fact that we wrap it up very tightly with the tin foil. That's very important because naturally, it's going to be inside your car. Also, if we put a dab of olive oil on there, that'll keep the vegetables and the chicken moist.
Okay, Paul, now, are there any special things that we need to be careful of when we're cooking on the engine of our cars?
Well, you have to place it on the manifold. I'll show you that when we get over to my car, but the most important thing at this stage is making sure that it's wrapped very, very well. And you kind of want to do what they call a deli wrap like this, which for those of you who are working in delis, I don't know if I'm doing right. But wrap it up nice and tight. And I'm going to triple wrap this.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea to me.
I'm going to...
We don't want any extra oil in that now.
No. And definitely the oil you want on this is not motor oil. So you want to triple wrap it.
Okay, Paul, now we have the chicken wrapped.
Chicken. Yep.
What do we do next?
Well, let's head on over to the car and I'll show you.
Great. Paul, now we're going to put this in your car, is that true?
Yeah, we're going to put this in the car. And let me open up the hood.
Open the hood. I'll move over here.
There we go. Good. It opened on the first try.
What? Doesn't it always open on the first try?
No, not usually. Okay, now right under the hood here, you want to take the chicken and you want to tuck it in on top of the manifold.
Now, what's the manifold?
It's the thing on the car that gets hot.
Okay, Paul, how are those going in?
Well, it's taking a little work because you got to kind of work it in between the tubes and stuff. And one thing you want to be careful of is that you don't totally trash the tinfoil while you're trying to get it in there.
Now, when we get to Gwyn, we have to turn these over.
Yeah.
When the engine is hot, how do you get them out?
With great difficulty and usually with burning myself rather badly. But
But it's worth it, right?
definitely, it's definitely worth it.
Okay, Paul, we've got the chicken on the manifold here. What's next?
Well, now we drive. We drive to Gwyn.
We're on the road to Gwyn. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, well, Paul, here we are in Gwynn. We've just driven 25 miles. What do we do now?
Yeah, well, now what we do is we take the chicken and we've got to turn it over. This is one of the few car recipes where you have to actually have to turn it over, and as you can smell the peppers and the chicken cooking.
Oh, that smells good.
So it's going pretty well, and by the time we get back to Marquette, the chicken should be done.
And it's hot. It's very, very
I
warm.
had it tucked in here in by the manifold, and we'll just switch these over, and then we'll head back into town and see how they taste.
Now, for different recipes, you have to drive different amounts of miles, right? We're driving 50 miles for this recipe, but that's not the same for every recipe, right?
Definitely not. I've heard of folks cooking turkeys and suckling pigs, just incredible meals, just full 7-course meals under the hood of their cars, and those can take just whole cross-country trips, like all day long. But just for basic, like hot dogs, it take like about 20 minutes, wrapped up in foil on the manifold. Hamburgers would probably take about the same amount of time, and it's nice because it's a real slow cooking process. It's kind of like a car crock pot.
The flavors blending together there. So now we have to turn these over and stick them back in the manifold.
Stick them back in the manifold, and then head back into town. Well, now we've flipped the chicken. We've got it back under the hood on the manifold, and let's head back into Marquette. Okay, you seatbelt on?
Of course.
Let's go.
Okay, Paul, well, we've driven 55 miles all the way to Gwynn and back. What now?
Right. Well, now we open up the hood and take out the food. We'll check it to see if it's done now.
Great. Well, let's pull them out. I'm excited here.
That one?
Oh, it's hot.
Yeah, well, I should hope so. I'm going to go around the other side here and get the other one.
Okay. This is like the envelope, please.
Yeah, well, let's bring this over to the picnic table.
Okay, great. Let's go. Well, Paul, it looks great. It even smells great. I can't believe it.
Yeah, it looks like it's all pretty well done. Here, why don't I'll give you a piece here, and
I'd like to say I am actually impressed here.
Well, I'm kind of impressed with the way it turned out too.
I can't believe it. This is great. This is really great.
Well, here, why don't you take a spoon?
Take a spoon. Okay, this is all you can find in your car, right?
Yeah.
We'll slice it here, get a little cut, and it's done. It's really done. You can tell when chicken isn't done.
Yeah,
it's still
it's falling apart here.
It's coming apart, and it's hot. And you're going to take a bite, too?
Yeah.
Bon appetit. We'll be right back.
Mmm.
Mmm.